Donald Trump has now been literally smacked in the face.
Obviously, you're concerned.
And I'm not drawing attention to this because I think we should take any joy or satisfaction at Trump or anybody else getting smacked in the face. I'm talking about this because it's a metaphor. This real incident is a metaphor for what is coming to Donald Trump legally. More on the metaphor in a moment. First, here is Donald Trump at Joint Base Andrews talking to reporters outside Air Force One.
Impressed by that. Mr. President, walk us through the
Gaza, Mr. President. Obviously, you're concerned. You're concerned about the situation in Gaza. What are the hopes now to get the hostages back?
She just became a big story tonight, right? Yes, sir. Did you see that?
Here's another look in slow motion. The audio engineer apologized, saying, "I'm so sorry." Whenever there is a lot of ambient noise, say from an aircraft engine, audio engineers traveling with the president will often try to get the microphone closer so they can pick up whatever is being said. By all accounts, this incident was accidental, and you could describe it as an occupational hazard for Donald Trump. After all, he likes to talk a lot. And if Trump is going to try and talk to the White House press corps amidst loud ambient noise like next to Air Force One or near the whirring rotors of the presidential helicopter Marine One, the crews with the boom microphones are going to try and get that fuzzy end very close. This kind of thing happens, and it has happened to nearly every U.S. president in the modern television era. However, with President Trump, the smack to the face takes on some interesting symbolism given what the courts are now doing to the Trump administration. More than 15 judges have ruled against Trump in various lawsuits filed against his government budget cuts, his employee workforce firings, the actions of Elon Musk, and most recently, the Trump migrant deportation program. A federal judge recently ordered the Trump administration from deporting en masse a large group of Venezuelan citizens who were in the United States. The Trump administration had argued the Venezuelans were criminal gang members, and the administration cited the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 in flying the group back to a prison in El Salvador. But the law only allows a president to target people for deportation who come from a country at war with the United States. Venezuela is not at war with the United States or vice versa. Same with El Salvador. So recently, while an ICE aircraft full of Venezuelans was getting ready to depart the United States, a federal judge ordered the aircraft not to leave. The Trump administration decided to have the aircraft fly out anyway. And Trump border czar Tom Homan is now adding to the narrative that this flaunting of a federal judge's ruling was intentional. Here is Homan on Fox News.
You're going against the judges now. What's next?
Another flight. Another flight every day. The teams are going to be out there every day. Every day, the men and women of ICE are going to be in the neighborhoods of this nation arresting criminal, illegal alien, public safety threats, and national security threats. Lawrence, you're not going to stop us. We made a promise to the American people. The President Trump has made a promise to the American people. We're going to make this country safe again. I wake up every morning loving my job because I work for the greatest president in the history of my life, and we're going to make this country safe again. I'm proud to be a part of this administration. We're not stopping. I don't care what the judges think. I don't care what the left thinks. We're coming.
I don't care what the judges think. We are coming, said Homan. Wow. And there you have it. A top Trump administration official stating publicly that he, and perhaps others, are going to ignore the courts. This is a watershed moment, and it's a frightening one because while many of us have long expected the Trump administration to trample on constitutional rights, for an administration official to publicly snub the judicial branch of government this brazenly is unprecedented. And it means that federal judges now have Tom Homan on Fox News as evidence exhibit A in slapping down the Trump administration in cases where the administration is still hoping to win in court. And by the way, other Trump administration officials are insisting that the Trump team did not mean to ignore a federal judge or defy a federal court order. So at least some members of the Trump administration are hoping to pursue Trump policies without ignoring the federal judiciary. But when Tom Homan is out there claiming to speak for the Trump White House and saying that he doesn't care what judges think, it's not going to go over very well with a lot of other judges. And again, the Trump team has already been defeated in several cases where judges found that Trump's actions violated the Constitution's separation of powers or that Trump trampled on due process. There is a legal way for Donald Trump and his team to pursue policies, and there is an illegal way. The legal way, for example, would be to get Congress to vote on budget cuts and vote on eliminating agencies and federal workers. Illegal is just bypassing Congress, as Trump has done. On deportations, the Justice Department could make arguments about the migrants in appellate courts and all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. The illegal way is to defy a judge's ruling that you don't like and simply deport the migrants anyway. Now, I can hear many of you saying that Donald Trump is acting illegally because he knows he can't get Congress to approve his crap or because the courts will rule against Trump regardless. Perhaps, but the process still matters. And it's why we are now hearing legal analysts across the spectrum, including on conservative channels Newsmax and Fox, blasting the Trump administration. Or to put it another way, they are figuratively slapping Donald Trump and doing it intentionally on live TV analysis. It's a bit different from the audio engineer who accidentally slapped Trump with her microphone while recording his comments for television. Still, it's all connected. And while we may not get another video quite like this, keep an eye on the court rulings that are coming. They will also be embarrassing to Donald Trump and will serve as a reminder that his fascist ambitions are going to cause the courts to hit back. And hopefully, in the eyes of most of the American people, the courts will still matter. I'm David Schuster. Thanks for joining us.